Hi guys. Um, see, this may seem like it may seem like what's so I'm saying things all the time. What's so mystifying about this to you, Steve? It's mystifying because of this. I don't know how this hasn't. I don't know how I didn't see something. So this is very important to me, but it should be important to you, whoever you are. But what I'm saying, I should be. It's something, and I even said when we played our game players, the game when the Olympics were on, the game when we played our game. I know that I mentioned something. I mentioned something like this a lot, but like that I didn't put then it didn't. This is what's up. It's really important. Because I don't know this. When I say I don't know why certain things don't, I mean I keep demand. I want to demand and to know why our political system, like certain things, like but why is it like that? I mean, or why isn't that? That kind of thing. Here's something. The thing is this. Like I keep making videos like where I say like I don't understand why a certain there's a political movement founded by the Labor Party, and there's a guy founded the Labor Party. They have all kinds of like logical ideas. Like, why doesn't the Democratic Party just take up some of those ideas? Right? I'm always this is like constant couple like, but why though? Like, what they are approached about it? They don't. What they're not interested. Like, what don't we know? It is not a replacement for what the Democratic Party says. It's an addition. Why aren't those appealing to them? More and more and more, like it simply seems like probably maybe one of the first times, like anyone who isn't like insane is saying like, well, okay, the Democratic Party that's the only. There's no there can no longer be like a there's no reason why anyone votes Republican anymore. So wait a minute. Well, I said, well, why don't certain what do they why can't they add other ideas into what they're saying? They don't like that, but they're so logical. Well, I don't know why this one didn't occur. I mean, it wouldn't have occurred to me. I don't know the answer to this either, but it's so important that this one's even more bizarre. It's not a slam against the Democratic Party. There must be some force at work that's like evil that makes it so that this one doesn't ever happen. I don't know what this is. Why that one? It's even more amazing. Listen to me, okay? There is no other. It was they have. What do you call that when you run the table? I mean, there's no one. There's no the Republican Party degenerated into something at this point. Like we don't know he's gonna be like supporting the Republican Party at this point. At this point, I mean, it doesn't matter what your politics are or what. We don't know why they're okay. So here's the thing, though. It's true, though. It's true. There can't be this type of behavior. Like we're degenerated into something. But wait a minute now. Just wait a minute now, sister. Wait a minute. So they're approached all the time by. I mean, this is meant to be helpful, but they're approached all the time by people in the LaRouche movement, and we don't know why they're like uninterested. Those add in those ideas to what you say. More things that everyone would like to agree with. What's the problem? What's the problem? There's another question. It goes back to but it goes back to the thing I said on Market Street in our game. I don't know why it didn't occur to me either. What explains this one? Really though, when I was on Market Street, I told you about how the head of the department at that graduate school, who right, how this like despicable thing that he said that didn't make. I mean, what kind of what? I mean, that's at the head of a department of political science. Like, so why would he? What is he? What kind of thing is it to say? There's like part of my a shock at like things that were going on at graduate school. Well, what he said was, and I said it on Market Street, that like he was so upset was he that like that Ralph Nader had taken votes away from the Democratic Party, like that they could have won the election back in the time when Bush was elected, and so bitter was he that so bitter and like bugged out bitter that the Green Party hadn't stepped out of the way or something, that he said, "Oh, well, I guess if you want to see yourself run for president." What kind of he's a person who's like for the he thought Ralph Nader ran that time to see himself run. He's narcissistic. Like, look at as common as that. But wait a minute, it goes to the same thing about why don't they adopt everything the LaRouche movement's saying and add that into their repertoire of things? Well, why doesn't the other party for that matter? Wait. They also don't adopt. They're also uninterested in the things the Green Party says. I think that one's even more obvious. What's going on with this shit? I mean, I don't understand that as time moves on, whatever the game is, it would appear like the Republican Party's behavior in our legislature and so forth is making it so that like it doesn't like no longer is it like would it be appealing even to a person who is appealing to? Look, you're talking to right wing guy. Okay, but like this is just this thing is like degenerating to where like okay with the best thing I said would just be but I don't know just take just consolidate power in the executive branch like move forward like it's a dictatorship like there's no I understand like the kind of whack jobs and like we spoke about Rand Paul in his game he's gonna play on paranoia about the central bank like this is not okay anymore. But I mean, it's not okay for a person who's the right wing guy. Like I don't know what the fuck explains all this. But here's the thing too: with that situation happening, they're not interested in anything the LaRouche movement says, even though they're all logical. You adopt that into their program, whatever it is. But they're not interested in anything the Green Party says either, and bringing that into the things they say. If they did, they'd have all kinds of things that would all be logical, what is the problem that all the two major types of political movements that have the kind of ideas that certainly like the Democratic Party can take up, but they don't take it up? Republican Party degenerating into something that like makes it so that they like it's as though they don't want to win the elections anymore. Well, what are we missing? What? Just how much of a game is going on in the political class that did even a person who like talk shit about what's going on? What's going on with that? Exactly. Because let's just say that okay, fine. What is going on with that now? They actually don't take ideas from any of from it's fine to say well they're like Stephen the LaRouche movement sort of like it did a lot of that's not it's a little too like people aren't ready for that or something like the population isn't ready for reality like that so that they have to stay in they're popular in every other country but no just they can't the children aren't ready okay but the Green Party too they don't seem to like they don't like that either. So what do they do? The two parties are playing a game. One party's behavior would indicate that even like a lifelong Republican would just say, like, I don't know what this is, whether it's just, maybe it's speculate, they're doing it on purpose. Fine. We don't understand. But why does no one in the what's that about? That like people who like what is this something we don't know about everything? Because I'm saying that I don't understand a bunch of things about what way in which what is the game from the political class? Like we have our game we played. We played a game. But I said, what is the political class's game? Moving into a thing, I'll say it one more time, where it might be a lifelong staunch Republican would say, like, I don't know, this is becoming bizarre, like, it move, I don't know, just take we don't really know what explains their behavior, but there's two movements, one of which is, like, both of which are, like, big in Europe and shit. They don't like get any of their ideas into the Democratic Party. You know something? I don't know what the two parties are doing, but is it that high concept? Is it that high concept that a person who's making political videos all the time is like, what's going on? At all times, they don't understand the game, but they are playing a game. I mean, they are. They're doing all the things that indicate they're in a game, and we don't know what their game is because we played a different game. But to do this activity, okay. I have no idea what the hell's going on anymore. I actually have no fucking idea what the political class is doing or what explains all this. The population is like very easily manipulated too. What's the matter? Like, it's just like I mean, I just don't understand. Like, it's not I don't care. It's that I just they don't have it. Didn't occur to me too. They don't adopt any of the ideas of the movements that are taken seriously in other countries, but they're in a position to like run the table because the other party's like I don't know. I don't know what that is. We don't know what that is. Rand Paul's gonna play on paranoia about the central bank. Like, that's just that's there. Those aren't. That's just I don't know what that is. Doing it on purpose. Parties committing suicide. Like, I don't know. But I mean, I don't really understand finally what this game is. But the thing is, like, I'm so out of touch with what they're doing in California that, like, to be out of touch also with understanding what the political class is doing makes me think that, like, there's something so fucked up going on that, like, I'm not even sure what's happening. That'll be all. But it didn't occur to me until tonight. Like, what the it explains all of this type of I don't know what the game is. I keep saying I don't know what the game is here because we played a game players, but that was way back. That was on Market Street. It was what? Why'd you stop the camera? I don't want to do this anymore when I'm like losing touch with like why things are the way they are to the point where like I don't understand.